Hello, 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 and welcome to ER Emotional Response. This is Life Coaching with Ink Ivory. Hi, y'all. Welcome again as we dive into topics. Tonight we are continuing the series on love. Last week we dealt with love is not pain. And this week we're dealing with what love is. We could sit down and say a lot about what something isn't, but it really doesn't give a clear definition of what it is. You have a roundabout, an idea, a spinoff, a pondering thought of what it is. But it doesn't hurt to actually look at what it is. And when you look at what it is, you understand it a lot more. It's just like looking up different words in the dictionary. You can assume or put in a sentence, but sometimes until you really look up the definition, you don't see in full scope what the meaning really is. So this week we're talking about what love is. What love is. And regardless of religion or theological stance, love has a concrete definition that at the end of the day, regardless how many debates come up, it is a constant force and it shows itself for what it is. So if the Bible has concluded a clear definition of it, and you might say, well, I don't believe in the Bible, love still will remain love, whether you believe in the book or not. And you'll see the constant force of love through your life, through other people's lives. And even though the world can be dark and cruel sometimes, love is a very real thing. It's a very real thing. And just like I said before, love in a person's life allows them to live longer. And it's like weird. How is that possible? No man or woman was made to be an island. And knowing that interconnected ability that you can have with someone, you have the chance, if not many chances, to experience love on this side of heaven. And though I am pulling a definition from the Bible, I am not claiming that you definitely have to follow a certain religion. Your relationship with God is way more important than following religious rules and regulations. It's way more important because you can go somewhere on a regular basis to hear people's thoughts on what is to be understood about the Bible, the Quran, the Torah. However you coin God's word in whatever religion is to be debated. And to be honest, there is one absolute that everyone that can agree on, regardless what book they pick up. God is a real entity. And if you're atheist, that's your stance, and I respect it. we'll just leave that right there. So what is love? What is love? In this world where there's a lot of cruelty, less empathy, less sympathy, less compassion, less any words that give off a sense of closeness, a sense of warmth, a sense of connection, is abandoned in society. Love still remains a constant force. It will not go nowhere. So let's look at the different attributes of love. Love is patient. Love has a way of existing regardless of expectations or measures. It has a way of existing and providing allotment for things to change or get better. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. Let me repeat that. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoice with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass. For we know in part and we prophesy in part, but when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was like a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For we now see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And now these three remain, faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love. That's from 1 Corinthians. You can read it on your own, 1 Corinthians 13. But love is very powerful. The attributes of love is very attractive. It makes the toughest person want to experience love. Just because they have experienced enough harshness to want to just see how love is. On the other side, people have exchanged the word love so many times and perverted it or miseducated the one they love and gave them misrepresentation of love. And now people walk around in fear, anger, and doubt of what love is. However, I'm here to tell you, love remains a constant force. It remains a constant force, and it has attributes. Attributes that can only benefit you as a person. I'm always challenged to walk in love. So the concept of love is not just for the romantic. It's for those that have friends, those that have families, those that have connections. Walking in love is expressing the attributes regardless of title or relationship. Walking in love is being in a constant agreement of the laws of love and expressing them in such a way people want to know more or want to know more about you. Love does not dishonor others. And I pull that out mainly because in a world where everything is observed, from social media to text messages to phone calls, it's a big temptation to expose people's frailties. However, love does not dishonor others. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoice with truth. This is what love is. It doesn't return void. Now, when you understand love, you understand how to express it in a healthy way. And then you also challenge the receiving party to reciprocate it in a duplicated way, that they able to share it. Because just like I said before, a person loves to the extent they experience love. And so their love bank might be low because they don't know the attributes of love. And so you walk in love and express it, and you're giving them an experience. And that in itself allows them to grow. So that's why I say walk in love, because it's no respect of person or title. Love can give someone an experience tomorrow that will pave their future. That's love. Love is so unlimited. Unlimited. Love is endless. Is ever going. And just when you see people's ugly parts and their frailties and their shortcomings, that's when you really get challenged on how deep you love them. And there's different levels of love, and I will talk about that. However, now, what is love? Love, it involves sacrifice. Love involves understanding. Love involves tending to your body and tending to their body as if they're one and the same. So you're not going to harm it emotionally or physically. You are challenged tonight to look at the attributes of love and then question to yourself, are you really expressing love? Are you really walking in love? And that clarity can only benefit you. Because if you don't express